You are going to have to pay attention.
I have a point.
Can they see me?
Hey, that one was a freebie. That one doesn't count.
So I got a free
That was hard.
Come on.
That's not hard. True or false? Listen. True or false? Jerusalem is a part of Galilee where Jesus traveled many times to do ministry during this unit. Pay attention. Jerusalem is a part of Galilee where Jesus traveled many times to do ministry during this unit. Y'all are talking. Hey, you're talking way too much. This is a you listen, you write, we go. We have a lot to get through. Ready, set, go.
No.
It is false. Jerusalem is not a part of Galilee. This entire unit is in Galilee. What? Where is Jerusalem? Judea.
Isn't it go? Judea, Samaria.
Yes. True or false? Jesus fed 5,000 in Nazareth.
5,000. My handwriting right now.
Y'all are talking. I'm not repeating it. You're talking. Ready, set, go.
Oh yeah. Catherine's
It's false.
wrong.
He didn't do anything in Nazareth. He got rejected.
Where was it? Where did it?
Listen, Mackenzie. This is how it should be. Got it? That wasn't just for you. True or false? Jesus was always present when he healed someone.
What am I?
Ready, set, go.
Bingo. 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 Bingo.
It was false. Did anyone write true? Lacey did. Who else? Okay. I don't know. Catherine. Does anybody have 3 points yet? Okay.
I have 2 points.
I have 3. I already had my Bible skills developed.
You probably got one more.
My
Okay.
Bible skills have been developed for a while.
Give me an example. This is a short answer. There's lots of short answers on this test. Remember, it's different. Give me an example of a story when Jesus healed someone because of his compassion for them. Protect your answers. Ben's looking around. Cheater.
I am cheating. I need help.
Y'all need to protect me. It doesn't count.
I don't know. I just wrote.
Ready?
I wrote a single
Set.
down.
You don't have to write out the whole story, Landry. Just the title. Oh my word. Go! Missy, did it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's the same one.
Yes.
You're right.
I thought
Yes.
that's the guy that had
Yes. 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 No. No. Yes. Yes. Yes.
But am I right?
Not right.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
How am I going to remember
Yes.
this?
The guy that wrote
What? No. Okay, listen. Hey, I need you to learn from this. No. Okay. Listen. Shh. There are different times that Jesus healed for different reasons. Shh. Sometimes he healed because of somebody's faith, and sometimes it was due because he was moved with compassion towards them. One of those would have been when the widow was coming with her only son that had died. He was moved with compassion. He was doing this, saw the funeral, healed. Got it? He healed Jairus' daughter because out of compassion. The bleeding woman was not out of compassion. That was because of her faith. He was walking and she touched his clothing, and then he didn't go towards her and heal her out of compassion. Do y'all see how that one does it?
What about the centurion?
Yes. Centurion works.
I
Yeah.
thought it was his faith.
No.
It's kind of both.
Yeah, this is friend's face.
Oh, yeah, centurion is faith. Centurion is faith. Sorry, if you wrote centurion, that's the wrong one.
Well, just go.
Sorry, no, you're right.
I wrote epilepsy and I looked and I saw that he wrote
Nope.
blind person,
Nope.
but my right answer was already written. You can ask them.
No, I don't care. Yours doesn't count.
What?
He's
cheat.
wrong
You
either.
cheat.
You're wrong either way.
No, epilepsy was
He
blind.
didn't cheat.
So centurion is
Epileptic was right.
centurion right, sorry. That was because due to somebody's faith. Do you remember the story of the centurion's servant? Yes or no?
Yes.
Kind of, no? Okay, that's when, Ben, Joaquin? That's when he went and he sent his servants. And remember, a centurion is what? He's an officer over 100 Roman soldiers, and he knew that Jesus could heal. Like he didn't even believe in Jesus, but he knew that he had power to do it. So that was due to his faith, not compassion. Sorry, I was going too fast. Okay, what is the unpardonable sin? What is the unforgivable sin?
Can't remember what it's called. It's okay if you spell it wrong, as long as I figure out what it is.
Spelled it wrong, yeah.
How do you spell it?
I had to explain it.
Okay, it's fine.
I can't.
Ready, set, go.
Wait, what is it?
Blasphemy.
I think I like the elbow.
No, that's not technically correct. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
MJ, do not cheat.
the Holy Spirit specifically.
Mackenzie Johnson, stop cheating. You did not have your answer written down until a second ago. I watched you. Mackenzie Johnson.
Is he right? Going against.
Mackenzie Johnson.
Yes.
Oh, I can't believe
Yes.
you even tried.
No.
What?
I can't believe you.
No.
Mackenzie Johnson. You have to write down the honest answer like this. What? How is this? Hold up.
Okay. Hey, listen. I'm about to. Hello.
I'm confused.
Okay. Remember, it was blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. What is blasphemy?
Saying it's not
What is blasphemy itself?
pretending
Like saying you're God, saying you're God. It's blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. He even specifically said, fine, go against the Son of God. Go against God, but do not go against the Holy Spirit. He even said that in what he was saying. That's why it's the Holy Spirit. Do y'all get that?
Wasn't the when like the Pharisees or whoever it was saying that like Jesus did a miracle and they're like, oh, that must be the work of Satan?
Sure.
Isn't that it? Though?
No, that's not the unforgivable sin. They did do that, but that's not the unforgivable sin. Now what happened was, where you're right is, that story happened, and as soon after he taught on the unforgivable sin.
Okay.
And he was like, don't do that.
Blasphemy against the
Holy Spirit.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. If you put blasphemy against God or Jesus in there, it's not correct. I know that it blows your mind because it's the Trinity, but he is specific. He's specific in there. He's specific.
I didn't even answer.
Okay. When the disciples are like arguing like who's the greatest, Jesus says you need to be like.
Wait, this is gonna be so bad. No, man, you only give it
Ready, set, go.
No,
Yes. No. Yes.
Wait, what was
Kind of. I'm gonna say no. Yes.
I did, and I got
Yes. Remember he said he loved his child. What's our point ratio? 6. 5. We got some people with 5, some people with 6. Okay. Who was at the Transfiguration? The question. Who was at the Transfiguration?
Was there more
Like all
people
the
than one?
people.
I'm not answering anything.
Oh my gosh.
Who was at the Transfiguration? Who was there?
What if you don't know how to spell?
I don't care about spelling.
Got it.
Spelling.
Wait, you're throwing out.
Are they disciples? I think so.
Spelling.
Who was at the Transfiguration?
Okay, well now I'm really wrong.
No, Joaquin, you're done. You
No, I
done.
didn't see one.
Crap, I've got a lot too many.
Okay.
Who was there?
got it. I got
It's on St. John's. For March.
Okay, sorry if you can't read this.
It's got the James.
Cameron.
I don't know what transfiguration
No.
means.
I know it. I know one. This is
Multiple James.
When you look at somebody else's board,
Well, I did not look. This is my answer.
I have a question. So can you answer this?
no.
I'm gonna give
Okay.
Oh, what was the dude?
Okay, ready? Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
Yep.
Wait, why did
Oh,
Yeah.
no, Moses.
God,
That's a lot of people.
He was in the bottom. Oh my
I'm already
I'll count that.
Yeah, but there's no point if you can't even see the answer.
Oh, so 10 points.
Yeah. Can't see what answer.
The video, they can't see the answer.
Oh, I've been saying it.
Oh,
Oh, I hope I have. I don't know if I have.
I don't know, I haven't been paying attention.
Yes.
Partial credit.
Wait, you're not. Wait, is mine yes or no?
Yeah, that's
Miss Gover, is mine yes or no?
No. Okay. The answer is Peter, James, and John. Jesus, Moses, Elijah. If you threw God in there, that's fine.
Yeah.
Technically, he was there.
So you know, everybody.
But technically, he was there in the form of a cloud.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes,
So that's
Matt.
fine. I won't count it again. But if you don't have those 6 people, that was the question. That was just there.
Moses and Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. Okay. Jesus tells us to have the faith of a.
Oh, I know this one.
Oh.
This is the one that I know. You've got
Jesus said to have faith of a. Not like a, faith of a. I mean, it's not what we just went over. It's a different answer.
Oh,
So it's not what we just talked about.
Oh, okay. I remember.
It's not a child.
I think I know it now.
Have faith of a.
God.
Wait,
Ooh, got him.
I know what it is.
Or like a, that's fine, but it's just not the child. We've already done that one. Ready, set, go. Yep, yep. Oh, let's go.
I get a card.
Faith of a mustard seed.
Hannah.
Oh yeah.
Yep, yes.
I got a point.
Faith of a mustard seed. If you write seed, it will not count. True, false. True, false. The same Herod who tried to kill Jesus when he was a toddler is the same Herod who had John the Baptist killed. Ready, set, go.
I didn't hear it.
Is it true or false?
It's false. It's false. What happened if you were false and true? What happened to the Herod?
He died,
And
and
he
that's why
died.
he could come back.
Just
No.
You just don't know anymore.
Where was Jesus when he and Peter walked on water? Where was Jesus when he and
What?
Peter walked on water?
Like what? See?
Where was he? Where did they walk on water?
It said water. Obviously, it's a sea.
Where did they walk on water?
I mean, you're right.
Sea.
I really hope this is
Wait, so there's only like 2.
River.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the.
Ready?
it's not it.
Set, go.
Oh, wait, maybe this.
Yes. Sea of Galilee. Sea of Galilee is the answer. Sea of Galilee.
I got it.
Good.
Wait, hold on.
5 points.
How many? What's the highest points? 10. 10, 8, 10, 9, 8. 8.
I got 7.
Okay.
I have 5 points. That's okay.
Okay. Pay attention to this one. Pay attention to this one. How did Jesus heal people? I want you to give me 4 ways. And I'm not saying I'm not saying he cast demons out. He healed diseases. How did he heal them? List 4 things. Like ways that he healed them.
Oh, wait.
4. Give 4.
Oh, I mean. My board was like this. Don't worry, I wasn't looking at other people's boards.
I was worried they were looking at yours. Oh, wait.
So like, do you mean like?
So hide it.
Wait, do you mean like how he like physically healed
That's
them?
all I'm gonna say, because that's what the question
Well,
says.
what was the question then?
How did he heal them?
Okay.
Ways that he healed them.
Like specific.
Yes. Yes.
Well, then this is all.
You're really.
I got 3. I'm pretty sure one of mine is definitely.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, this isn't.
Hide your answers. No, you're not. Everyone can see those. They're right there. Put them against your chest. Say yes, ma'am. Put them against your chest.
Unless they can see the reflections.
Unless we know you're done. Okay. Okay, ready? Set, go. Yeah.
I'm not looking. I'm just not looking at anybody.
No.
I said 5.
I didn't run that. Spit. Okay, then.
No.
On the line
Touch.
Yeah, I guess that's touch technically.
I was thinking of because I thought about it.
I just touched
Dead daughter. And the woman touched you. Compassion. That's not a way. Compassion's not a way. Words touch their
Passion
face.
is always a way.
Not that way, no. It's not a
Well,
way.
can I?
Touch, speak.
Alright, that's good then. What? If I can tell you the other way, nobody else has.
Okay, I got it.
The citrus.
That's a how. That's a how. That's a reason. That's a reason.
So sad.
Wait, Harold.
Okay, did anyone get it right?
No.
What'd you write? Okay, so here are some ways. He spoke. He touched them. He spit on, eyes. He touched a coffin. What else? He
So it's touch.
would touch a person, touch a coffin. Would that fall under touch?
Yes.
Okay. There's other way. What I can't think.
Light.
Oh, he wasn't there.
Right.
So would that fall under thoughts? Is my question.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll count that if you want thought.
All right. Well then.
Would you put right the word?
Okay.
I think that's yeah.
I'm counting mine is right.
Like you like spit and then like rub it.
No. It says it spit on his eyes. And the second time it touched his eyes. So-
Would like seeing someone, not be counted.
No.
Sight? This was that specific smell.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for the test. Listen. I think there's different. I don't want. I wanted you to think about that, which is good. But if you say touch person, touch this, I'm gonna count those as different things because those were different situations when he healed different people. So if you say he touched, the kid, or he touched somebody, or whatever, if you're talking about a specific situation, I'm gonna count that, even though it all falls under touch. Do you know what I mean when I say what I'm saying?
So when we give an example, we have
So I
to
could
give an
touch
example.
person, touch and spit.
You don't, but if I don't know what story you're talking
Touched
about,
coffin.
yeah. But I should know what
So that
story.
could be 4 different ways.
Give me 2 differences between the 4 and 5,000. Give me 2. Like what sets them apart? Give me 2 differences between the 4 and 5,000.
Okay.
Oh, I definitely
Wrong.
wrote something.
Yes.
Hannah's
Yes.
wrong.
I'll take a point. Not making the pot.
No, yeah.
This one didn't
Yes.
get bread.
Was for disciples to learn.
That's both of the amounts of.
Different amounts of food, different amounts of food, different people, location, yes. Where they got the food and amount of food, yeah. Different amounts of bread and food, different places, yes. Different places,
Where did you
different.
get the food from?
Original, yes. Different food, yes. Leftover amounts and amounts of, yeah. Less people, different place, yes. Where they got it from, yes. Amounts of people, amount of food, where the food came from, where it took place, yep. Amount of food, number of people.
Yes.
Yes. Location, yes. So see, there's lots of different things that you can put there. There was different locations, different amounts of men that were counted, different amounts of food, where they got the food from.
What was the specific like amounts for like each?
7 and 5 and
2 and
no, I mean 5 and 2 and 7 and I don't remember.
7 and 5.
7 and 5.
Is it? I can't remember.
7 and 5.
5 and 2
I think
and
it's
7.
on the 4,000.
And 2.
I don't ask you that. I don't know why.
Answers to see how much.
On the 4,000, it just says a few fish. We'll just give a number. True or false? Can a Christian be demon possessed?
Wait, what'd you say?
True or false? Can a Christian be demon possessed? You should be able to answer this quickly.
True or false?
I don't really know.
Yes or no? True or false? Same answers.
No, it's real fancy.
Ready, set, go.
Very fun.
I'm gonna question my teaching if it's not y'all's answers.
I will be.
Okay, good. False.
You don't live with that.
Yeah, you live here with them.
Haley, you live with
What?
Okay, what is the meaning of the parable of the pearl? Like one word answer.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like, oh.
It's about what topic did it fall under? It's a one word answer.
What are the topics?
I cannot say. It was a valuable pearl.
It's called the Pearl.
It was also the same as the hidden treasure, same concept.
Read the Pearl. Wait.
I captured
Ready? Set, go.
I don't know.
Correct. Correct. No. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Salvation is the answer.
I mean,
No,
I'm
we say
wrong.
that's fine. No. You'll find Jesus when you see without, no. Sure.
Yeah.
But it won't be worded in that in the test.
Well, see, you said it was one word, and I was already halfway through.
That's okay, that's all right.
So we.
Okay, here's one.
Salvation.
What's the score count?
Thank you.
13, 12.
13, 12, how many?
11 accurate.
14? What?
Yeah, I beat.
What was that sound?
That's not.
Okay, so
I'm so glad that sounds like zero.
when, this is a difficult one I think, but it's gonna be a no-brainer once you know the answer.
Pretty close.
When did, there was a time period where several, hey, there was a time period where several people stopped following Jesus. There was a, not time period, okay, something happened, Jesus was talking, something was discussed, and there were several people that said, I'm done. What is that? What were they talking about?
Oh, no. I don't know. You're
Yeah, can you say the question again? I'm kind of confused.
You can just listen or you can play.
I got this.
Either way. There's a school back there.
This happened to one person, so.
I'm lost.
There were people that he did, literally, it says there were multiple disciples that stopped following that in that day. He said something, he taught on something, and then they could not wrap their brain around it, and they said, no, we're done. If you're gonna know, it's okay the answer.
Yeah, I
Have you ever researched my
Wait.
Wait, I just need a second. It's
One person has cake.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Oh my god.
Okay, ready? Set, go.
Wait.
Hold on. That's what I put.
Jesus
Wait,
This is.
No? You don't want to see mine?
I think she should. I think she
We
should.
don't suck anymore.
Yeah, okay, I got
We
it.
don't suck anymore.
Nobody got it. It was the bread of life. When he was talking about the bread of life, you're gonna have to eat my body and drink of my blood. People left.
I mean,
Now do you remember that story? Okay, well, so he was talking about you will not enter the kingdom of heaven without me, is what he was trying to get across. And he had just got through talking about the manna from heaven from the Old Testament, and Jesus says, I am the bread of life. You're gonna have to eat of my body, you're gonna have to drink of my blood in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. And they were like, peace out. Okay. You can have this. Go sit by Charlie.
I'm the same color
Okay, when Jesus, what did Jesus say? Listen, what did Jesus mean when he said if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. What did he mean? Don't just say get sin out of your life. It's more than that. He said if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. If your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off. It is more than just getting sin.
Got mine as well.
I know.
Okay, ready? I'm ready. Set, go. Yes.
Who is that?
John Pierre.
That's what I just said. No.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It could be so.
Yes. No, that's what I said. Yes. Yes. Yes.
No.
No. That's a Christian answer there for you. Cut out whatever. Yes. Yes.
Wasn't it Andrew? I was counting my. I have 19.
Hey, he's not just saying, listen. Hey, he's not just saying get sin out of your life. That's like duh Christian 101. He is saying take drastic measures to get sin out of your life. When you have certain sin you cannot walk away from, you can't pray your way out of it, you've got to do other things, drastic measures like cutting your arm, like you would never pluck your eyeball out. Sometimes we have got to do big things in order to get that sin out. Are you with me? He took that whole conversation a step further, because I don't know if you've walked through that yet in your life, but you will. I have many times in my life. Right? I told you I had to change friend groups, right? Did I tell you that story?
Yeah.
I had to drastically change my life to get away from that sin. Okay, so y'all got that? You don't know? Maybe you
No,
remember.
I was saying something else.
Okay. Remember that map I gave you?
I don't know.
Is it on there?
I know, Chuck.
No, but this may help you, may not. Okay, I decided not to put it on there. Give me 3 cities that are in Galilee that we've talked about in this unit.
3
3 cities in Galilee that we've talked about in this unit.
In Galilee.
Because the whole unit's in Galilee.
In Galilee.
Wait, hold up.
What?
Oh.
What is that?
Wait, can
She just said in Galilee will die. Every story we're talking about. So it
Remember our options was
mentioned in this unit, is it correct?
It has to be in this unit.
In this unit?
Correct.
Can Galilee be an answer?
Can
No.
I see
The
Galilee?
cities in Galilee. Galilee's not a
I
city.
think Galilee is.
3 cities in Galilee
Wait,
in this unit. 3 cities in Galilee in this unit.
What if we have to do?
This was mentioned.
Because it's not right.
there's 3.
But
On the
you
test,
get
I'll give you
effort
partial
on
credit.
this.
Okay. I'm gonna put this, but I don't think it's right. That's not right.
I know that one.
The C.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Oh, wait.
Did you say
Candace not in this unit. Candace not in this unit.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh.
No, Jerusalem's not in Galilee.
Well, I didn't know anymore.
Okay, yes.
I knew it was negative. Now
Just
sure.
go over my first
I'm trying to remember.
Yes, but you got it right. Nobody's gonna remember name. Good job.
Miss Dover, we're Nazareth and Capernaum, right?
The C.
Yes. No, Judea is a country, it's kind of below. Judea is below. Yes.
Wait, I want to go with Nazareth.
So here are some cities.
You don't say the N-word.
You've got Nain, you've got Nazareth, you've got Capernaum. Cana is not in this. The wedding happened a long time ago.
Nazareth.
Already said Nazareth. You've got Tiberias. You've got Magdala. You've got what? Bethsaida. What else? Decapolis. That's kind of an area, but if you put that, I would count
The
it.
capital?
Yeah. You've got. There's another.
These are.
There's Sidon and there's Tyre. Tyre. Anyway, I'm just saying if you would have put those, I would count them because they technically are.
I used to rock culture.
That was like
When the woman who had been bleeding for 12 years,
Not
How-
online.
how was the woman who'd been bleeding for 12 years healed?
Oh no.
I know this one.
I can't. Oh, I
If you put Jesus, I will count.
Jesus is always the answer.
No, it's not. That's not Mama class.
Not in my class? Is
Not
that
in Bible class.
Well, wait. I feel like.
I feel like
Not in
especially in Bible class.
No. Mm-mm.
I got him.
How was the woman of 12 years blood disorder healed?
Blood disorder.
Yes, we just don't like to say this.
Yeah, we're just not gonna
We
say.
like to PG it.
Oh my.
It's even got Catherine other.
Ready?
Wait.
Set,
No,
go.
wait.
Give me that thing.
Technically.
I know.
Don't write down the test. Yes.
I just didn't think that.
Yeah, but where?
Right.
That's what you need to put.
What are you looking at?
No, what does the bottom part say?
Yes, but on the test you need to put
What's
something
the
specific. Yes.
It
Yes.
says from the faith.
Yes.
I already wrote my answer.
Yes. Yes.
I want to see.
Needs to be specific. Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, I made it.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes.
How do I grab that chapter where it went? Oh, it's
Yes.
right underneath.
Wow. Okay. Remember, she touched. You need. She touched his cloak. She didn't even just touch his body. She clothes, cloak, whatever form of clothing you want to write. Be specific on your test. She didn't just touch Jesus. That's why that's technically not true. She touched his clothes. That's what's amazing is his power. His clothes have power. Like that's what's great. His robe. It was like back there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know where. If it's like here, but she didn't even touch his body. She touched his clothes. Like that's what's amazing. Instantly healed. And was she healed because of her faith? Yes. Okay, so let's go on that just for 1 second. The stories that were healed for his faith, for somebody's faith, be centurion servant, woman of the blood. What else? The anointing of the feet. Well, that's just something that happened. There was no miracle there.
Did we do the friends lowering the?
That was a different unit.
That was the last.
Different unit. Okay. Give me what two parables talk about Judgment Day?
Oh, the two.
Wait, what? Say that
Oh,
again.
wait, I think.
What two parables talked about Judgment Day? If you don't know what to call them, just use your best word verbiage that you can.
Can we use the ones that.
Okay. You know it or you don't. Ready? Set. Go. Yep. Yep. That's one. Yes. Yes. Yes.
1 and 2.
No.
I got the weeds, but like I didn't know.
Yes.
Weeds, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, it's like one.
Yeah. Yes.
Dragon.
Yes. Oh. Yes. 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 So it's the wing, the weeds, and the sorting of the fish.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, that was too much. I know, but like, I know. Sorry, what? I don't want like no, I'm being serious.
Okay. When Jesus. Oh no, the bell's about to ring. Hey, who has the most points? 17.
57.
I had 18.
Anybody beat 17?
Yes.
Okay.
I had 13.
All of your pens and erasers come in here, and your boards are going to go where Madison's sitting. Make sure your